So I have this practice every morning where I have a different lesson. And that lesson you contemplate and you try to practice it. So today I had a client out of town. And yeah, I mean, it's an animal client. So normally animal clients like just melt and love me and just are just like, oh, Michelle. But not this one. So we got on the back porch with this particular client, and at first they seemed really friendly and everything was fine. But when we got on the porch and like the doors were closed, and I was kind of like had my back to one of the screen doors, and I sat down, and then the dog just like from being really like curious and stuff like that just came up to me, was like in my face, growling and kind of lunging and just really threatening. And I was just like, so my practice for today was basically letting down your armor. I was just like, what? But it was like a deepening of this, of when I let go of my defenses, then there is, like my defenses create the attack. It creates what I'm defending against. And so I'm sitting here like, this dog's like, "Rah, rah, rah," I mean, just like, I'm like, this dog could like bite my face right now. And she would go away, and then she would come back and do the same thing. And then we did this like 3 times. And each time I'm like, and I'm like, okay, okay, I am safe. I am safe. I'm totally safe. And then eventually when she went, I said, okay, so I'm going to step behind this door. So I went behind the door and closed the door, and the owner like opened a couple of doors. And then I came back in, and I said, Tilly, is it okay for me to come back in? I went and sat in the chair, and then she comes to me, and I'm like, okay, this can go either way. She came to me, and then she put her legs, she's like a pointer and something, but they're long dogs, and she came and put her legs in my lap and put her head on me, and then started licking my face. And I was just like, this is long story short, but I mean, the whole time we're like, she's letting me in to work on her, and then popping me out. I have not had an animal do this before, but let me in, and then poop, permission, no permission, get out. And she just, from that moment on, it was like, it was okay. It was totally okay. So it's like, it's almost like when I allowed her to be scared. She had these conflicting things in her head. Like, I am supposed to protect my family, and you are not a part of my pack. You're like an other. And at the same time, there's like so much fear still there, present within her. So it just like clogs everything up, because she's trying to find safety for herself, and at the same time, like, be the pack dog. And so that's really hard when it comes to like canine positioning and such within the matrix. So I was just basically saying, it's okay that you're angry, but it's really, you're not angry. I know you're scared. So I'm going to say it's okay for you to be scared, and I'm just going to allow you and love you just the way you are. And I'm not going to create any more ripples than I am internally while I'm trying to, So, she had a great session. Then she was doing a lot of yawning, and we did a lot of like nervous system and resets and structural resetting, and also found where her sphenoid and bone inside of her skull was locked. And that can create a lot of like fear and just get stuck in that sympathetic nervous system response, and then not be able to actually rest while she's napping. She's got like one eye open and an ear open when she's sleeping, instead of like being able to heal, properly, and to get the proper amount of rest. Her adrenals were pretty dry too. So it was a good session. And boy, that intense. It was like my lesson was like right in my face with teeth. literally. But I just wanted to share that like new experience. Yeah, that was definitely a first, and I'm just really excited to see where this goes with this client and how this settles and shows up in my life in the days to come. Thanks for listening.